I talked to Coach, I said, from a pregame speech perspective, this is something that I think is very, very important because this is, you know, very early in the year. And unlike the football team and unlike a lot of other teams that are out there, you guys are tracking the state championship. That's what we're after. And so it takes a lot of level of belief, and it takes a lot of you guys to subscribe to that and buy into that. I tell you, 2 years ago, I was at the Civic Center, wherever you call it, down there at Georgia State College. Saw a lot of tears 2 years ago. People crying. They didn't quite get there. Then last year, I saw some redemption. A lot of excited, you know, women getting out there and making it happen. And now this year's is a question mark. Everybody says we've got some seniors that left. But the reality is it's what you make it. It's what you make it. It's what you guys put into it. So it's not so much a question to me now. Now, Coach Wall said to me earlier, she says, you know, focusing on really working together as a team and finding a way to win, right? Those are a couple things that you guys have really been talking about. I want you to focus. Right now, I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to play you something. It's about 2 minutes long. I want you to listen to it, all right, and digest it because I'm going to play off of that, and it's going to mean the whole entire season is going to blow around when I'm about to play you.
And the story is about, you guys have probably heard about this before. It was a young man who, you know, he wanted to make a lot of money, and so he went to this guru, right? He told the guru, you know, I want to be on the same level you're on. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach at 4 a.m. He liked the beach. I said, I want to make money. I don't want to swim. Guru said, if you want to make money, I'll meet you tomorrow, 4 a.m. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit. He should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he like, this guy crazy. Adrian, he's like, I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area. The shoulder area. So this old man crazy. He's making money, but he crazy. He said, come on out a little further. He came out a little further. It was right at his mouth. My man like, I'm about to go back in here. This guy is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. He said, when you were underwater, what did you want to do? He said, I wanted to breathe. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you gotta want
it. As bad as you want to breathe. You know, you look at the statement, I am. I am is very powerful. I say it to young people all the time. I am fat. I am no good. I am strong. I am powerful. I am a champion. You know, the people that hoist that trophy, the team last year that had that trophy and won the state title, had to believe they were capable of being state champs before it ever happened. You don't win the state title the night of the game. You know that, right? All right? And everything we do this year, okay, that court is a laboratory for human behavior. Because all night long, you're going to have an opportunity to show who you really are. Who you really are. Every time somebody gets on you quick, you miss a shot, your head goes down. It's a laboratory for human behavior. Okay? And I am a champion. A champion continues to move forward. And one of the things you always have to remember is you are personally responsible. Not your mama, not your daddy, not Coach Walls. You make mistakes. Who's responsible? Who's responsible? Who? I am. Let me hear y'all. Who's responsible?
I am.
Okay, y'all are responsible. Y'all are personally responsible. If every individual does what they're supposed to do tonight, the way they were taught to do it, every individual collectively will make the team that much stronger. If we took everybody's position tonight and we said, look, the center's going to play point guard's going to play 3 guard, and you're going to play forward, and we switched everybody up, will we be as good? We'll be as good. We've got the same players, right? Everybody's got to play their individual role. And being a champion, okay, understands you got to have that belief before we even get down the road 18, 20 games from now. You got to believe that the trophy's yours tonight. It starts tonight. I was talking to Coach Walls, and she was telling me that, you know, I got some new players here that they've never seen. Like she said, it don't matter. Because what all that matters is, from tonight on, are you guys committed or interested in being state champs? That's it. It's a big difference. You see, the folks that are interested in becoming state champs, they do just enough to get by. They do just enough when they're tired to get pulled out. The folks that are committed and they want it as bad as they want to breathe will do whatever it takes. At school, they'll do whatever it takes in practice. This is just one section right here. This is just a part of the process. These games, they only have one purpose, to weed out the weak. That's all they're for. You're weeding out the weak to get to the strongest. That's all you're doing. Every time you practice is an opportunity to be a champion, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Y'all are quiet. Because champions speak up. You know, champions are involved. Champions are focused. All right, so tonight, and by the time, if I'm fortunate to speak a few more times throughout the course of the year, it's going to be a different group from girls to women by the end of this year, I promise you. And your performance will dictate that. It's very, very important. Very important. I'm going to give you 4 quick principles of what champions do. You got to understand that champions are not common. Having a championship is not common. That's why common folks don't ever get a championship. It's not common. You have to pay an uncommon price. The first thing that I would tell you as you start this year, and Coach mentioned to me earlier, just find a way to win. Well, part of finding a way to win is having a high level of urgency and intensity. Okay? All right, when you talk about doing the work, that's between you and you. That's got nothing to do with the follow. That's got nothing to do with the technique. When you're talking about doing the work, that's between you and you. It's not your mom can't do it for you. Nobody can do your push-ups for you, right? It's between you and you. So one thing is for certain, that tonight, if you have the ball and you're designated to shoot and you're off, the lip doesn't come poked out, you know what you do? You pick up your urgency, you pick up your intensity. When you have urgency and intensity, you create opportunity. You guys like to put on the full court press, don't you? So what happens is when you put that press on, everybody starts, that urgency dials up, all of a sudden it creates opportunities, correct? When you have opportunities, you get quick points. That's what it's all about. All right, so to be a champion, if all else fails, don't let coach look at you to the sideline and say, what, you're dogging it. You're being half-hearted. Go full speed. Go full out. That's between you and you. I mean, if you're going to be a champion, that's the bottom line, is you got to make sure that you're playing with high level of intensity and urgency. The other thing is you play hard. Play physical. Champions play physical and hard. Women, men, y'all are athletes. Physically hard. Physical. All right? So when you go out and you get a girl bumps you tonight and you're like, you should be doing the bumping. You should be setting the tone in their house. As soon as you hit the court, it's your court. It's not John Miller's court. It's your court. And you get that court by taking ownership. You walk on the court, as soon as you walk on it, it's mine. This is mine. And you move your feet, and you box out, and you're physical. Okay? Because the one who's the most physical, the one who plays the hardest, is typically the one who wins. Right? So you got to make sure you have a high level of urgency. You got to have a high level of intensity. Okay? You got to work hard, and you got to play hard and physical. And it's going to hurt. Playing defense, being out there, it's going to hurt for a little bit. All right? You may get tired. All right? But at the end of the day, that's what you need to do. How are we doing on time?
Okay.
All right? So again, when you're talking about, what I'm relating to you is relates to working hard and playing hard and physical. I mean, really, we're just talking about sacrifice, because you're going to have to give up to go up. You're going to have to give up to go up. So you have to give of yourself to the level that when they're coming down the court and you're thinking, and I know she says it, I'm not even on the court with her, stop thinking so much, just react, okay? And you know you can get in front and you can take that charge, get in front of it. Play physical. Get that charge, get it going the other way. All right? Because champions play physical. Champions play hard, play physical, they have a high level of urgency. None of that has to do with a jump shot. None of that. That's work, and that's between you and you. No one else can handle that but you and you. The other thing that I would tell you the champions do is you got to win the day. You got to win the day. We got a long season ahead of us, okay? And the past don't matter. Last year don't matter. You can't hang your hat on what you did last year, how much you didn't play. You can't worry about next week's game or even the state championship. All you can worry about is winning the day. Right now, tonight, you win the day. You win the day, what happens is you win the week. When you win the week, you win the month. When you win the month, you win the year. Y'all tracking, yes or no? Win tonight. Give everything you got. You got to win the day. Win the day. Okay? And the last thing I would tell you is champions finish. Champions finish. And at the end of the day, it's like coming out of the blocks. I don't care how we start tonight. It's irrelevant to me how we start. Get the jitters out and all that stuff. If you have a high level of urgency, you have a high level of intensity, you're creating opportunity, you're playing physical, you're owning their court, you're owning what is now your court. You already made that mental shift. It's your court. You want it so bad, as bad as you want to breathe. That's the concept you got to get. Because you will not win a state championship unless you want it as bad as you want to breathe. You got to finish strong. You got to finish exactly what you started. So it doesn't matter how you come out of the blocks, but you got to finish strong. Again, I mean, at the end of the day, innovation is rewarded, but execution is worshipped. And you have a chance, if you execute all year, to be worshipped when you have that state title. You have that chance. You have that chance. Collectively, that's y'all's opportunity to work together to get that to happen. Okay? So at the end of the day, you know, the choice is real simple. We can be phenomenal, we can be forgotten. That's bottom line. We can be phenomenal this year, we can be forgotten. The thing you got going for you is you got the sense of Gatewood tradition, you got the sense of a phenomenal coach. You have something that this organization, that this team has already had, and that's a state title. That's y'all's again. That's what's expected. That is what's expected. That's what you should be going for. That's what you should be claiming as yours, okay, with a high level of belief. But I can tell you, if you follow the 4 things I told you, if you play your tail off and you work hard in practice every day, when this game is done and over and you win the day and you go back to practice tomorrow and you run the extra sprints and she says practice is over and you're out there shooting extra free throws and doing what you got to do, that's a champion. That's a champion. This season, really and truly, all we're doing is weeding out the weak. That's all we're doing. We're just weeding out the weak. This is just one of the weak. We're going to weed them out and go on to the next one. We're going to weed the next one out and go on to the next one. That's all we're doing until we get to the final goal and win that state championship. All right. So listen. At the end of the day, I'm sure you've said some of the very same things. Listen, if I could say anything to you, it's between you and you, and that's that hard work. Because there is no secret to success besides hard work. And that's between you, and you are personally responsible. So don't get the tired look, okay? You play your tail off, and she'll pull you out. You play till you're about to fall out. Are y'all tracking? You play till you fall out. All right? And when you do that, she'll notice, she'll get you some rest, and get back out there. It's your court. It's not John Miller's court. It's your court, but you got to go take it right from the very beginning. You understand that concept? Y'all look like you don't understand. You understand the concept? Go take the court. Go take the court. From the opening bell, go take the court. And just like most of the games I've seen you guys play, it's 40 to 4 in the first quarter. I mean, go take the court. Go take the court and do what you do. All right?